Today on the list, 3 acts of kindness to warm your heart, holiday gift ideas for music lovers, and what to know before you book a short-term vacation rental.
Don't be embarrassed. Ask questions to make sure your needs can be met.
Plus, last-minute stocking stuffers.
This is absolutely perfect for the grandpa on your list, the papa, the dad, the new dad that maybe this is their first Christmas.
But up first, life lessons served up from a legendary chef. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey guys, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes. On KG, I'm going to paint a picture of pizza. Delicious, crusty, cheese-covered, piping hot pizza that's so good, you just can't stop eating it.
Ooh, sounds delicious. Well, that may be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Chris Bianco, who is one of America's most famous pizza chefs.
But as Teresa Strasser found out, he's got a lot more to offer than just food. Chris Bianco's life advice is our featured story at the top of the list.
A show on Netflix called Chef's Table Pizza features the world's best pizza makers.
Bar, please.
One of them is James Beard Award-winning chef Chris Bianco, who has restaurants in Phoenix and Los Angeles.
I did fall in love with it. Not so much the sum, but the parts of pizza, the people, the farmers.
Bianco was one of the first chefs to create artisanal pizza, like his famous Rosa, topped with red onion, rosemary, and...
I found some great pistachios.
Who knew nuts could be life-changing? We sat down with him to hear lessons from his flavorful life. First, he found out early on that plans change.
Well, growing up in the Bronx, you had a perfectly reasonable life plan, which was become a member of the Yankees. And then somehow it didn't work out.
You always have to make a plan B. For me, I guess all roads led to the desert somehow.
Instead, an asthma diagnosis as a kid changed everything.
It helped me see people a little differently, or the world a little bit differently, for better or worse. And for me, it's been better. You know, I wouldn't trade it, to be honest.
Next, he believes everybody belongs at the table.
No matter how old we are, we want to kind of bring something to the table. From a metaphor sense, yeah, food's the easy thing, but everyone, someone that, you know, brings the lights or the music or the wine or the candles, I mean, it all plays a role.
He says that while pizza helped him find his spot in the world, it's how you show up that makes a difference.
I just want to offer kindness. I want people to feel welcome, respect our views or our space or how we do things. And I'll be sure to the best of my ability to respect yours.
Finally, Bianco says you learn things when you burn things.
A home chef is not going to be Chris Bianco, but how can somebody be 10%
Be much better. They'll be much better. They can do that. But
do you have tips for somebody to be just a little bit better, whether they're making pizza?
I do. I have a big tip for you guys.
Okay, I'm ready.
Know this right now, that you're at least twice as good as you think you are.
He says have confidence. Just kind of eyeball things. You don't need a strict recipe, and if you screw up...
All the lessons are in the things that we burn. Even in relationships in that time, you know, when you finally in a place where you're happy, I think that you learn that what went wrong, and most times it's us, you know, more often than not.
I love that when you burn things, you learn things. That's why pain exists, to teach you not to do that thing again.
There would be no pleasure without pain, wouldn't
there? There you go.
There'd just be just things.
And pizza.
Always pizza.
Feasting on life with Chris Bianco is at the top of the list.
You know, one of my favorite Yuletide traditions, Christmas stockings. Yes, it is a great chance to slip in some small and surprising gifts. And to make sure yours bring a smile, we have stocking stuffers that'll knock your socks off.
You've picked out all your gifts, but now what about the stockings?
This is really the time for stocking stuffers, for you to show the person that you know them, you know what they like.
Christina Freegard, senior fashion editor at Jane.com, is showing us what to grab for this holiday season. Starting with a gift for anyone on the go, personalized tumblers.
I think it would be absolutely perfect for your daughter, your babysitter, are these personalized tumblers. They're double insulated, so it's gonna keep everything either hot or cold.
You can add your loved one's name and their favorite color or print. Next up, for the minimalist in your life, minimalist jewelry.
One of them is going to be this fidget spinner ring, which is great for like anxiety. If you're sitting in a meeting or at school, would be great for your students. We also love personalized jewelry, this beautiful necklace that you can personalize different names.
For the spiritual one, Bible verse cards.
These are Bible verse cards for every week of the year. Inspirational, really good affirmations, just when you need a pick-me-up.
The set includes 52 cards. Next, for the newly moved, personalized stamps.
These are going to be great for maybe that newlywed that just got moved into their first house, or maybe your son or daughter that just moved to their first place by themselves.
Customize the patterns and ink. And for the person who needs to toss that worn-out billfold, a new wallet.
One of them being this wristlet wallet, which is $14.99. It's great. It can hold all your cards. It could hold your phone, but it's very sleek. So you can just plop it in the stocking and then plop it in your purse.
Next up, for the person who has it all, a personalized gift.
One of them being this whiskey flask, which is kind of a must-have for any guy if they don't have their own whiskey flask with their name on it.
Or if they don't drink.
We do have these different keychain options. This is absolutely perfect for the grandpa on your list, the papa, the new dad that maybe this is their first Christmas having a baby would be an awesome little add-on. And then the money clip. You can hold your cards. It does have personalization on the front as well as the back.
And lastly, for anyone on your list, matching hat and gloves.
We have matching sets, or we do have them options, with just the hat or just the gloves, but these would be an amazing stocking stuffer for maybe the daughter on your list, or if you want to treat yourself, that's great too.
For prices and links to these stocking stuffers, head to Jane.com. We are getting your stocking stuffed for the holidays.
We've all heard stories about people who rented a place from Airbnb or Vrbo and it was, well, let's just say not exactly what they expected. Well, that kind of situation can be avoided with a little research. Jackie Denker has the questions to ask to make sure your destination doesn't disappoint.
You may want to think twice before blindly booking your next short-term rental because
There's so many things that matter.
Take it from Faith Yasconi, owner and operator of 11 short-term rental properties and co-owner of Yasconi Enterprises, who's taking us through some important steps to take before booking.
So you can have the best stay possible.
Starting with, make sure to read the entire description thoroughly.
Whether they have a big dog or a shared bathroom, even though it says the entire place, you have to read these things.
And read up on the amenities they provide.
Like a washer and dryer, a kitchen. If TV's important to you, you want to find out if they actually have the channels. Do they have a fast enough Wi-Fi?
And if they don't have certain things you'd like, ask yourself,
do I want the location over the amenities? Do I want the amenities over the location?
Next, do research on the property's surrounding areas.
You might have the most beautiful interior and live in an area I can't walk outside.
So ask for exterior shots of the location.
If they're not willing to do it, you know you have a problem. You want to see left and right and down the street and exactly what's across the street.
She says to make sure you are comfortable with the neighborhood and ask about parking.
You want to know if they have free parking, if they have permit parking, and how far are you going to have to park to get to the place.
Moving along with, make sure you communicate your needs to the host.
Don't be embarrassed. Ask questions to make sure your needs can be met. I like to sleep in 68 degrees. That's my temperature. And if it gets above that, I'm not comfortable. So if you have things like that, you need to make sure your host is aware.
And she says pay attention to the communication style of the host.
If they're not communicating clearly and within a 6 to 10 hour period, I would not book with them because you're not going to get your needs met. Tell the host, I need to be able to communicate with you faster or I cannot book your location.
And once you make the reservation, be confident in your decision.
If you have to cancel your reservation for a catastrophic reason, that's great. But just because you found a better deal, most likely you're not going to get out of it.
And remember, you're dealing with someone's home, so be kind.
Always be personable. You're dealing with people and you act like a person, you get treated like a person. You treat them like a corporation, they will act in kind.
We're doing our research before booking our next short-term rental.
Still to come on the list, Bluetooth speakers that are for more than just music.
The sound that comes out of here is amazing. You've got to hear it.
And the surprise one school gave its support staff.
I honestly thought that the kids didn't know who I was.
Plus, the new action series on Apple TV Plus to put on your binge list.
My brother and my husband are in Special Forces.
All that and more ahead on the list.
Welcome back. And KG, you know, you can't go wrong with music as a holiday gift.
Yeah, very true. But does that mean for Christmas you're gonna sing to me as a present?
You wish that were happening. No, I'm talking tech, and there are a lot of great ways to listen and enjoy.
That's right. From a retro design to innovative tech, we have a variety of Bluetooth speaker gifts.
No matter whom you're buying for, Bluetooth speakers come in such a wide array of styles and price ranges that almost anyone would love one.
Bluetooth speakers are some of the easiest gifts to give, and these ones I'm showing you today are packed with their own special features.
Tech expert Abby Ritchie is here to add a little music and fun to the holidays. Starting with the Replitronics M90 Mini Blaster.
This is a scaled-down exact version of JVC's famous 90s boombox.
While it's 60% smaller than the original, it still packs a lot of modern features.
The battery is going to give you 40 hours of playing time. It has bass and treble controls just like its older brother. And it has a slot here where you can plug in your phone or one of your other gadgets.
There's a built-in AM/FM radio tuner that really works and a mini cassette tape. Oh, it's for looks only.
This one is about $160, but they sell a micro version that's about $60.
It's available at newwavetoys.com, and check their site as they often have lower holiday pricing. Our next speaker is ready for action, the Altec Lansing Hydra Mini.
This is the least expensive one of the bunch, but it's also the most rugged. It's waterproof, shockproof, and it also has these built-in LED lights that flash while you're playing music.
You can turn the light off if you want to save time on the 6-hour battery.
Because it's virtually indestructible, this is a great gift. And if you're still doing the Zoom from home, this sounds a whole lot better than your computer speakers.
Find it for about $25 at Walmart and Target. We'll close it out with a boom with the Gravistar Mars Pro speaker.
The materials and the build quality are excellent. The body is made out of zinc alloy, and the sound that comes out of here is amazing. You've got to hear it.
It features LED lights, a hand-painted design, and a unique volume slider control. It's about $250. But if that's too much of an investment...
This is the Gravistar Venus, and it's the baby sister to the larger one.
It's about $68, and you can find them both at Gravistar.com. Giving the gift of music with Bluetooth speakers.
All right, it's time to highlight people who go out of their way to do good. And today we're focusing on women giving each other a helping hand. Teresa Strasser has a few stories proving kindness wins. Teresa.
Thank you. These stories are proof of the power that comes with looking out for one another. First up is an exercise club that helps women from around the country make friends, all while staying active.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I feel like it's been way harder to meet new friends since the pandemic. That's why I created this walk club that's completely free in New York City for girls all ages. All you have to do is show up.
Hundreds of women show up every week to be part of City Girls Who Walk, created by Brianna Cohen in March of this year.
We chat, girls bring their dogs, and it's seriously such a good time. If this sounds interesting to you, then all you have to do is follow City Girls Who Walk on Instagram, and I hope to see you at my next walk. Bye, loves.
Very cool. Up next is a Virginia-based nonprofit that works to break the stigma around menstruation and make feminine hygiene products more accessible to young girls.
Why aren't we doing anything differently? Why hasn't that changed? Why aren't we addressing it? There's a need, there's a huge need, and people just, because you don't talk about it, it's not recognized.
Laura Lowry founded No Shame Period last year and provides free care packages to hundreds of elementary and middle schools across the state which even include encouragement cards.
To let them know that somebody is thinking about them and wants them to have a great rest of their day.
You can learn more or support their efforts at noshameperiod.org. Love this. And finally, a group of Florida high schoolers coming together to show love and support for a beloved custodian.
She's always providing dedication and love. She's here early mornings, she's here late at night.
Wanda Butler has worked at Newsom High School for 20 years, so when students learned that she'd fallen into difficult financial times after her husband was diagnosed with cancer, they got to work and began to collect money in school and around the community to help her and her family.
The fact that I'm important here, it just overwhelmed me and completely eye-opening, because I honestly thought that the kids didn't know who I was.
So amazing. And those are 3 stories where kindness always wins. Lots more coming up. Stay right here.
We have a quick list of weight loss do's and don'ts from doctor and author of Supersized Lies, Robert Davis.
Obesity is a large and growing problem in our society.
First, don't just eat less. Look at the quality of your diet.
Looking not only at calories, but also things like protein.
Second, do remember exercise alone isn't enough.
While it's great for your health, does not burn that many calories.
And third, don't worry about sticking to a specific eating schedule.
Figure out what kind of schedule works best for you to allow you to eat a healthy diet.
For more list tips, head to thelisttv.com.
We're back. Now, you'd think the set of a dramatic TV series would be pretty, well, dramatic. But with Echo 3, that was definitely not the case. Addie D. Jamal spoke to the cast and creator and found out about on-set singing and so much more. And that's on the watch list.
I'm ready.
The new 10-episode Apple TV Plus series Echo 3 is about a woman who gets kidnapped, whose brother and husband go on a mission to rescue her.
My brother and my husband are in Special Forces.
It's a story of high adventure and thrills, adrenaline, and at the same time, there's kind of a family dynamic inside of it, too.
The stars and creator gave us an inside look at the series.
Part of the reason why I was drawn to the story in the first place is because it felt very real.
It's the first show from Mark Bowl, who's written and produced Zero Dark 30, Detroit, and The Hurt Locker, 3 critically acclaimed films that earned him 2 Oscars.
You think we're bluffing? We don't bluff.
If you look at Mark Bowl's work, it's very realistic and it feels very authentic.
If you're right, the whole world's gonna win in on this.
Every moment that was put into this show really had been thought out and was part of the story, not just for a spectacle, which I think is why it feels so real and visceral.
Because of TV having this 10-hour format, I was able to take a lot of what I've done in movies, but also add to it and expand the world.
CIA wants a war, and you're going to give it to them.
Hopefully viewers will have an intense, emotional, exciting kind of journey through the story.
She's his wife, she's my sister. We're desperate for something.
And though Luke Evans and McKeel Houseman play American military experts in the show, neither are from the US. Luke is Welsh and McKeel is Dutch.
If I didn't know you were Dutch, I'd think you were American. Having an incredible actor with an amazing accent like his only helped me do my accent better.
They do it better than me.
We just need to agree on this, man, and come clean about it.
I'm more American than any other character I've ever played. I mean, I spend most of my time with an American twang. Even now when I'm doing this interview, I'm sort of Americanizing certain words I say.
Guess we should cancel dinner.
But accents and acting aren't Luke Evans' only talents. He's also an accomplished musician, having released an album in 2019.
But I love you.
And played Gaston in the live-action Beauty and the Beast. And though this is a serious series, he couldn't let the set go without his singing.
He sings all the time, and it's wonderful.
I am basically dressed as this gnarly, filthy, angry-looking Delta Force guy with a rifle, and all of a sudden I just
sing Adele.
I'm out of singing Adele track.
You better believe I'm trying.
Going behind the scenes of Echo 3 on the watch list.
Definitely worth the watch.
Agreed. And KG, coming up, the hottest gift in town this year is one that I've had for years. Y'all are just catching up.
Oh, Jimmy the Trendsetter. Something I never thought I would say. Last on our list is next. Hey Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for What's Last on our list. Hey, remember back in the day when Eartha Kitt asked Santa Baby for a 54 convertible to light blue?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well, this year, that actually might be an easier ask for Santa than what the people really want. From the Wall Street Journal, the new office status symbol holds a lot of water and has a wait list.
Wait a minute, a water bottle has a wait list?
Jimmy, it is not just any water bottle. This is the Stanley Quencher. Not only will your ice not melt, but more importantly, it shows people at the office that you're cool, you're in, you've got status.
Okay, I've actually been seeing these around our list offices. I just thought we had a lot of very hydrated producers. But now you're telling me they're flaunting their social status?
Yeah.
Okay, KG, I knew this day would come when I would be able to proclaim that I too am cool and hip and, dare I say, groovy. Allow me to introduce you to my Stanley. This is the OG thermos I've been carrying around since I worked construction as a summer job in high school.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's beautiful. I use it for coffee.
No, are you kidding me? Someone let you work on a construction site with heavy machinery? Just kidding. But yes, this does track, Jimmy. Right here in the article, Stanley, a century-old brand that you might associate with Grandpa's camping gear.
Oh, come on, just like that I go from trendsetter to Grandpa? What are you doing to me?
It is what it is, Jimmy.
Thanks for watching. That's what's last on our list. We'll see you next time.
Tomorrow, as 2022 winds down, the list looks back
Mavericks inbound.
at entertainment, exercise trends, and style.
Whenever I see this look on TikTok, there's always a straw bag.
Plus, how the workplace landscape has changed.
We just know when it's time to walk away at work.
The list looks back tomorrow.